Okay, which pets like to cuddle?
Okay, which pets like to cuddle?
Pretty light questions today, man. Pretty light questions.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Dogs, cats, in my world, the bearded dragon. I think I've seen people cuddling with all animals, bears, horses. What did I see online? People cuddling with like lions and tigers, and I guess it's whatever you're willing to put your face
even a
next
porcupine
to.
would want to, but you might want to wear some like armor or something.
Maybe some goggles,
yeah,
some protective gear,
like one of those baseball catcher's outfits.
Yeah. What do you think? What's the strangest animal you've seen somebody cuddling with?
I mean, your bearded dragon. I think that for me, it blows my mind. You know, I think it's so cool. I guess it's not that strange, but you're used to it. For me, that's like, it's just a funky pet. It's just a little bit different. But for me, I'm just very much in the dogs and cats world. I guess farm animals, like people make friends with their horses and pigs and stuff like that. But yeah, your bearded dragon, that's like a little exotic in my world. It's pretty cool to be exposed to that. You really normalize that, you know?
Absolutely. For me too. I never would have known because somehow it just missed me. That little bit of information that this bearded dragon can be such a companion. But once you do the research and you start reading about other people's experiences with bearded dragons, is that they're like that they have really great personalities. So that's a really great pet for people as well. So I'm not sure about everybody's ability to take care of one of these pets. They do take a really particular type of diet, and a lot of really specific housing situation, you know, the equipment I have to buy, the lights and everything, and his temperature and his humidity and what the bugs he eats and all that. It's a lot of upkeep. But if you keep him happy, he's just like the dog or the cat. He's got personality. He's got things he likes and doesn't like. He sleeps a lot, and he's super cute. And it's just like we talked about before. He's just like, his only job is to eat, sleep, and be cute. And so he's got like the best life. And he's new for most people. Most people that come over here have never had that kind of experience with an exotic pet before either. So for them to hold him and put him on their shirt and, the fact that they all see him on the internet interacting with the dog and the cat, and then he's so normal, that's really opens up other people's experiences too. So many people have come over to my apartment and held him and told me how they were afraid at first and then not, because he's so calm. And that's the experience that I've had too. I had to learn that there's other animals out there that have personality. It's not just dogs and cats, and that like to cuddle, and they want to, like, literally, if he's cuddling here and I try to pull him off, he grips and he doesn't want to go.
Under your chin. He wants his head nuzzled under your chin. He wants to
stay there. Yeah. He wants to stay where we are. He wants to stay where it's warm. He likes to just not be in his little house. I'm sure too. I'm sure he gets bored in there.
Yeah. Well,
because he knows he has options. Go ahead.
I think it's one of the things, I think we learned a little bit about when we were talking on the previous question about low maintenance. One of the points I wanted to make earlier was that I think in 2020, many of us discovered what it's like to be in a cage. Like when you're put in your home and you're not allowed to leave, and a lot of people are getting a little bit fatter, a little bit less smart because you're just not engaging your brain.
Yeah,
we just become kind of like the humans in WALL-E, right? We become a little bit like blobs, right? You remember that? And so it makes me think, I think do animals like to cuddle, even a bearded dragon, something exotic like that? I think animals they like interaction. They like interaction with other animals. They like interaction with you. They like interaction with the outdoors. They like exercise. It just, all of this stuff makes them cuddle more. But all these adventures that they go on, all this stimulation leads to just a happier household for you and them.
Absolutely. A happier animal, a happier person. I do think the dragon would benefit from seeing what it's like to be around other dragons. So I'd kind of feel bad for him.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I think the dog and the cat, the dog definitely gets to meet other dogs often. The cat has met other cats, know what it's like to be around other cats. My bearded dragon, I think he's met another bearded dragon once. So I think that's sad for him, because I think he thinks he's a dog or a cat.
See, that was exactly what I was going to ask, because you think that because there's the classic, if a cat grows up around a bunch of dogs, the cat thinks it's a dog, right? And vice versa. So you think that's happening,
Yes. I only think that because the bearded dragons display certain behaviors when they're around each other, right? And my bearded dragon doesn't display those behaviors. I've seen him do it one time when he was around the other dragon where they wave. Have you ever heard of this? The bearded dragon wave?
No, I haven't heard of this. This is
it's super cute. It's just like you're picturing in your head. It's this very cute. They pick up their hand and they wave at each other, and it's a submissive motion. So the submissive, smaller or younger bearded dragon will do the waving, and the bigger one fluffs up its beard. That's why they're called bearded dragons. They have this like skin under their chin that they fluff up. And my dragon will fluff his chin up. Sometimes it's just like he's stretching or yawning. He'll fluff his beard.
Okay.
But he only waved one time when that other dragon was around. So I feel kind of bad for him for that. But he does run around with the dog and the cat. Like he'll chase after the cat. He'll jump on the dog because that's what he sees.
Right.
We've tried showing him like video on the tablet of other bearded dragons, but he doesn't react.
Yeah, I think which pets like to cuddle. You asked me earlier, what's the kind of the wildest cuddling pet situation I've ever seen? It's your dog and cat cuddling with each other, and other dogs and cats cuddling with each other. You know, seeing videos on the internet of dogs and cats cuddling with each other, because we keep trying to socialize Salty, and Salty loves people, and Salty's fascinated by dogs, but she needs to always be in a position where she feels safe. You know, and she's a lot of an instigator. And so I think she likes getting dogs in trouble and watching it brew. Awesome. And so the neighbor dog next door really wants to play with Salty, and Salty like hisses at her and does just enough to get the dog in trouble, because the dog's a small yappy dog and gets in trouble, you know. But it's not the dog's fault, it's Salty's fault. But Salty's, doesn't bark. So I think Salty's just, we named her Salty for goodness sakes. Like we get who she is, but she is becoming friends with the neighbor cat. They don't quite cuddle, but they sniff each other. They're around each other. They go on adventures together. Like Kate caught them in the office when I was out at work.
Oh, that's right.
At the home office, she caught them, and it was like two teenagers weren't where they were supposed to be, and they kind of scampered out. And it's like, cool, all right, nice. They're making friends, getting into trouble. Yeah, exactly, getting into trouble together. It's great, teenagers, But but your dog and your cat playing together and cuddling together, that melts my heart. That's good.
I don't know if anybody saw my today's Instagram post. I woke up with my dog and cat sleeping on my legs. Like I woke up with them both on my legs, and I can't move. I'm like trapped in the blankets because they're both on top of me. And they sleep together, and we wake up in there because they have a dog bed and a cat bed. Okay. And a lot of times we find them either sleeping in the same bed together, or they've swapped somehow in the middle of the night. So they just love each other, and I don't know how that happened and how you get animals to want to cuddle with each other. I think just raising them together and getting lucky too, and being, around them a lot. I think that's a big part of it. We're just around them a lot, and we interact with them a lot. I think a lot of people have pets and kind of just leave them over there to do their own thing. That's not how we are. When we're at home, our pets are right with us the whole time. And if they're not, we go grab them, bring them over, because that's why we got them. Because we want them.
You were invited to socialize. Now, if you scamper away, that's your choice. But you're invited.
Exactly.
You're and it works for us. It works a percentage of the time. Like not every time, but when we bring her towards the other thing, like Salty's kind of young and she's fidgety. But the thing I've noticed is she really likes to cuddle for about 2 minutes. She likes to cuddle for about 2 minutes, and then she's like, I'm going to run away and do something else, but it's kind of a short attention span, but it's very rewarding. And our old boy, before he passed, he would cuddle on you for 3-4 hours. He wouldn't move, so it's just a different thing to get used to, but I think it's an age thing. Is it? Sure. You tell me.
I don't know.
It just depends on
I would say probably with age, they're going to be more, lethargic, just like less likely to want to go play. They're going to be less playful. I would say not lethargic, less playful.
He's got that kitten energy, man. It's like the whole
and your
world
kitty is
yours,
also indoor outdoor kitty, so I think she just has a lot of options of things to do, and places to go, and things to play with. And
she hates being bored, I think. She
can just go outside and play.
Yeah.
So my cat, she needs more stimulation. She plays with the dog a lot because there's nothing else to do. She plays with us a lot because there's nothing else to do. She doesn't go outside.
Which pets like to cuddle? The one thing I do like it is when you've got your pet is really stimulated and they come in and tell you what they want. Are you interested at all in getting some of those communication buttons? Have you seen some of those? What do you think about those?
I think they work. I think it's cool.
You think they're no, I think they're kind of neat,
I think it's cool. I just I don't know. I've never played with it. So if that were something I ever played with and had the option of having it at my home, I would probably take advantage. Why not?
Yeah. Well,
you're talking about like where the animals push the button.
Yeah, they say like treats,
food,
pets,
walk, treat, pet me, walk me. Yeah,
that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's cool. And I know that I've seen it work, and I know that you could teach your dog to do it, and your cat too. I've seen people teach cats to use those same kinds of devices.
Well, we don't have that yet, but she just walks in and she has a certain meow where she just yells at you and she's like, "Hey, play with me." You know, it's just like,
my cat
that meow, you know, it's not the cuddle me. It's not the I need food. It's the specific meow, you know.
When my cat wants to cuddle, when I'm asleep, she'll come and she'll try to get under the blanket that I'm sleeping in, and she'll just paw until I wake up and like lift it a little bit, and then she'll go under. She'll go between my legs and sleep there, right? And then if she's comfortable and happy enough, she'll start to knead with her nails in my leg. So I have to like put a layer of sheet between my leg and her, so she'll paw at that. And my wife has scars on her back of her arm from the cat doing that, because the cat sleeps with us, on us,
of course,
and then kneads at night and scratches us.
Oh my goodness!
But she's so cute. It's like you said, it's like a reward. We're being rewarded with her presence, that she loves us enough to come try to sleep with us and cuddle with us at night.
Exactly.
The dog will sleep with us for a little while and then go down to the floor and sleep in her bed, and then come back to cuddle with us in the morning because she wants us to take her for a walk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know that morning. Like they woke up at 4, they went back to sleep, and now they're cuddling with you, and they're trying to get you to wake up.
Right.
Pets are the best alarm clocks when it works.
Absolutely.
You know.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, it's nice. She's kind of like, I think she took it personal that we were gone for 3 weeks because of Christmas, and we had her looked after. She was well looked after, but when we came back for Christmas, when you live on a different continent as your family, I think when you go for Christmas, like it's a long time. And I think she did not like that. The first couple nights we were back, she cuddled with us, but then after that, you could sense some resentment. And I thought, you know, fair enough, from her prerogative, you know, and it's like, we need to earn that back. And it just started clicking, like, I think 3 weeks ago. She's just all in, you know, and it's starting to become the thing where we've had her for about a year. No, we've had her for about 8 months, and she's a little over a year old. It's now becoming the situation where, does she remember a life before us? And I think she's starting to get that loyalty. Which pets like to cuddle? Some pets are an easy cuddle. I think some of them, it's a loyalty thing. I think some of them, you know, you got to pay your dues.
Absolutely.
You know? So.